Mine.
Howdy. This is the Gene Machine, coming at you live from the corner of my room. And today we're going to be talking about some ads coming from the game Warhammer 40,000 Lost Crusade. But before we do, here's a quick announcement. I officially opened up my Patron. That's right, in exchange for your hard-earned Robux, you can not only support the channel, but receive various benefits as well. For example, for as little as $1, I will literally say your username at the end of the video. And yes, I did learn about pathos in school, so allow me to let you know that all proceeds will go directly to my mother. I'm being serious. More specifically, all proceeds are going towards a dream project to give my mom the backyard that she's always wanted. You see, Mama Machine is the one who raised me to be the ad-hating degenerate that I am today, so it's only fair that we give back to her in some way, right? So, if you're interested in supporting the channel, consider checking out the Patreon, which can be found in the description below. Anyway, back to the focus of this video. If you're not familiar with Warhammer 40,000, it's one of the more popular tabletop games out there that branched out into the video game market. Of course, it was only a matter of time until that video game market became mobile game market. Now, Warhammer 40,000 is a pretty big brand, I would say, so that's why for their mobile game, they made sure to get a company as well known and specialized as Newverse, who are no stranger to wargames. As an example, they were behind Ohana Island, Design Flower Shop, and Blast Puzzle. That's it. Now, just because this is a unfamiliar company doesn't mean that it's all downhill from here. Who am I kidding? You read the title of this video, it's all downhill from here, let's be honest. You see, unfortunately, Newverse has taken the initiative to either A, hire an ad agency to create terrible mobile games for them, or B, create terrible mobile game ads themselves. So with that being said, let's get dressed for the occasion and take a look at these ads, shall we?
Download for free.
Wow, that sure looked fun, didn't it? I mean, not to me personally, but I'm sure those who find enjoyment in RTS base building games would love this. There's just one problem. Yeah, this isn't real gameplay. Despite how close it is to the game, the UI is different. The base building they show is animated and scripted, the defend portion is completely fake, and I'd say the biggest dead giveaway is probably the fact that the ad shows you're building your base on frigid ground. When you're building your base in the actual game, you're kinda, thousands of miles off the ground in space. For some reason, these Warhammer bozos decided that instead of just showing the game, they would create a fake ad that literally looks just like their game. What was the purpose? I can only imagine it would have just been much simpler to record gameplay footage for the ad and still get the same results. I swear, dude, these mobile game companies have some kind of addiction to fake footage. It's like even when they want to make an ad just showing the game's base building, they still have to fake it. Of course, this isn't the only fake ad they have. For example, here's an ad attempting to show the combat in the game, which here's another example where it's really close to what the game is like. Kinda. Not as much as the last ad, but the game is very similar where you just watch people shoot each other. But once again, they just refuse to record the in-game footage itself and would rather opt to create an entirely fake animation. If you haven't guessed already, it's for the sole purpose of looking better. They would rather make sure that it looks better than looking genuine. I'd say the worst thing about this ad is that unfortunately, they use the same rock track that I hear in every goddamn mobile game ad. Here's an ad where, well, it's like trying to be a cutscene, but also gameplay at the same time because of the UI elements scattered around the ad. What strikes me most odd about this ad, though, is that it's just exceptionally terrible looking. I'm led to believe that someone was hired to create ads for this company, whether it was within the company or a separate ad agency, aka someone was paid to make this. This looks like a PlayStation 1 cutscene for a sand level in a war game. The more I watch it, with hearing the sound effects and everything, the more you just notice how poorly made this is, and someone got paid for that. If this was 2005, I would probably be amazed. Today though, I kinda wanna rip my eyeballs out.
Today is my first day being a commander.
God damn it.
Let's see how many resources the new factories are producing. Wow, what a harvest! Upgrade all Vanguard veterans to the highest level. What? The forces of chaos are attacking! Blocking them with my freshly upgraded soldiers. Good job, guys. Easy peasy.
Download for free.
I'm only gonna say one thing about this guy because I'm sure that he's already embarrassed enough that he took part in this ad, but I just wanted to point out, there's one thing he says that got me thinking about something. When he says, blocking them with my freshly upgraded soldiers, if that sounded off to you, it's because it's not a proper sentence. The only way that sentence would work properly is if it was following him saying something like, the way I'm gonna win is blah blah blah, or if he followed it by saying, blah 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 is the only way I'm gonna win, or something like that. But what he says is just the only part. I know I'm overthinking this, but there's a reason I'm doing that. It just seems odd that he would say that instead of something more proper, and he's the guy who's got to hear himself say it. I can only speculate that this guy was forced to read off of a script and wasn't allowed to say anything, and I mean anything, differently, otherwise he would have just formatted the sentence properly. My guess is that it would have had to have been a script given to him by someone who doesn't have the best English and, oh hey, would you look at that, this company is located in Hong Kong. My whole point bringing this up is just that from that one sentence, I can assume that the guy in this ad was forced to read a poorly made script, word for word, and wasn't allowed to change it, hence the blocking them sentence. Yes, I know I'm overthinking this, but just let me have my fun, okay? More importantly, with this ad, I wanted to point out something funny. So this ad is actually showing real gameplay, right? At least for the base building portion, but if you notice that it felt choppy or laggy at all, that's because it is. The ad I'm showing you is source footage from the ad on YouTube itself, meaning it's not any slower than it normally is. So I just kind of find that funny. They take multiple ads hiding their actual game, and the one time they show real gameplay, it's completely laggy. Could that be a perfect representation of the game? I mean, hey, I'm not the one who put the ad together, so. The last ad I'd like to show for you all is the cinematic ad. Not all of the ads coming from this game are bad, such as this one, where this is a cinematic ad that clearly had a lot of effort put into it. See, I have no problem with ads like these. While yes, it doesn't show a trace of gameplay, but it also doesn't try to lead you to believe that what you're looking at is gameplay. There's no fake replications, there's no random UI on the screen, it's just a video. It's not trying to deceive you, and so I like ads like these. If you're not going to show me gameplay, at least make a super cool, cinematic trailer that can get me hype, With that being said, this ad doesn't excuse the dozens of fake ads that this company has produced, though. That's all the ads I have to show for you today, but I'd like to say one more thing. I heard from a trusted source that the company behind this game made some of these fake ads simply to compete, aka so many other companies are trying to lure people into their games with fake gameplay, so the company behind this game felt that they wouldn't be able to make it against these other games if they didn't do the same. When you think about that, that's kinda sad. I don't feel bad for the company in the slightest, but I feel sad knowing that this company obviously wasn't confident in their own game. They know it doesn't look fun or enjoyable, so they know the only way to entice people is by showing them what their game could have been if they had just put a little bit more effort into it. I personally wouldn't recommend downloading this game, both because of their ads and because you likely won't stick with it. You know what doesn't make me sad though? Our wonderful patrons! In the $5 tier, we have the legendary Genti Dimitri. And as well, in the $3 tier, we have that one Zoomer. Thank you guys for your support, and if you would like to have your name spoken like this, consider pledging for as low as $1. Anyway, be sure to check me out on Twitter, and consider joining the Discord. And with all that said, I'll see you all in the next video. Stay real.